All right, you're going to want to grab a calculator for this lesson, so go ahead and pause the video and grab a calculator. And today we're going to talk about angles of polygons, so not just triangles, but any type of polygon. So first, to define a polygon has straight sides. So if it has any sort of curve in it, it's not considered a polygon. It has to be made up of, like I said, straight segments. Another thing that can't happen is the lines can't cross each other. So like here, this would be two separate polygons, not one polygon. So just keep that in mind, keep that definition in mind as we go throughout today's lesson. All right, so we know that the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. But now we're going to talk about how to find out what the angles of other types of polygons, what they might add up to. So let's actually start with this one right here, four-sided polygon, which is a quadrilateral. And a quadrilateral, let me put the screen up. A quadrilateral can be divided into two triangles. And we know that each triangle adds up to 180 degrees, their angles do. So this is 180 degrees, and this is 180 degrees, which means that the angles of a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. All right, so the angles of a quadrilateral are 360 degrees. Now let's look at this pentagon next. So it has 5 sides. So if you were to divide this into triangles, then we can divide it into 3 separate triangles. So if each triangle is 180 degrees, that's 180, 360, 540. So the angles of a pentagon add up to 540 degrees. So dividing up into triangles is just a way for you to kind of visualize how we're getting these numbers. But there is a formula, and it's right here. So put a box around it in your notes. There is a formula for how you can find what the angles add up to without dividing the shape into triangles first. So it's n minus 2. The n, you might want to make note, n stands for number of sides. That's the number of sides of the polygon. So if a pentagon has 5 sides, then you would plug in a 5 for n. So you would do 5 minus 2, which is 3. 3 times 180 degrees. So if you don't know that, you can use your calculator. 3 times 180 degrees is 540 degrees. All right, so let's use that formula on our last 2 shapes instead of dividing it into triangles. So this shape, let's count the sides. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. So if we're going to plug in 7 for n. So that's 7 minus 2, which is 5, times 180. And I don't even know what that is. So I'm going to do 180 times 5, and that is 900 degrees. All right, now let's look at this shape. This is a hexagon. It has 6 sides. So we're going to do 6 minus 2, which is 4. That means it can be divided into 4 triangles. And then we're going to multiply that by 180. So 180 times 4 is 720 degrees. So that means if you were to add up all 6 of these angles, they're going to add up to 720 degrees. If you were to add up all 7 of these angles, they're going to add up to 900 degrees. All right, so now we're going to use that information to find missing angles of polygons. And I know we've got a glare here, but you should be fine because you have the notes right there with you. All right, so first step in finding the missing angle is we need to know what these angles need to add up to. So this shape has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. It's a hexagon. So if it has 6 sides, and it also has 6 angles, then we're going to use that formula, n minus 2, so 6 minus 2, which is 4, times 180, and 4 times 180 is 720. So that means that all these angles need to add up to 720 degrees. So if we're going to find the missing one, we're going to add up the rest of them. So we're going to take 135 plus 110, plus 125, 120, and 125. So if you add up all of these together, they add up to 615 degrees. So then our missing angle is going to be 720 minus 615. going to be 105 degrees. And just check to make sure it makes sense. So this looks like it might be an obtuse angle or really close to it, so not much more than 90 degrees, and our measurement is not much more than 90 degrees, so our answer makes sense. All right, here's a quadrilateral. So a quadrilateral, remember, it can be divided into two triangles, and so the four angles are going to add up to 360 degrees. 180 plus 180 is 360. So we're going to add up the angles that we know to find our missing angle. So 90 plus 80 plus 115 plus our missing one. All of them should add up to 360. So let's add these together. Let's see, we've got 170 plus 115 is 285 plus x equals 360. So we're going to take that 360 minus 285, so x must be 75 degrees. That's how we find our missing angle. So go ahead and take a minute, and on the next two shapes, go ahead and find what the angle should add up to, and then go ahead and find that missing angle, and then we'll check and see if you did it correctly. All right, so this first shape is a pentagon, which means that there are 5 sides. So the 5 sides, we're going to plug in 5 into our formula. So 5 minus 2 is 3 times 180 gives us 3 times 180. 540. So those angles, since there are 5 of them, they should add up to 540 degrees. Now this one is actually a little bit trickier because we're not just looking for one missing angle, we're looking for this missing x. So let's go ahead and set up our equation. We've got, if we add up these 5 angles, we know it equals 540. So let's set that up as an equation. So we have 145 plus 145 plus 2x plus 110 plus 2x equals 540 degrees. So that's what it would look like as an equation. And you're cut off a little bit. Let's look there. So if you add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles, it's going to be 540 degrees. So let's combine our like terms. So 145 plus 145 plus 110. Feel free to use a calculator there. So let's see, 145 plus 145, that's 290. Plus 110, that's going to be 400 degrees. 2x and 2x, that makes 4x. So 400 plus 4x, and let's check my math for a second. 145 plus 145 plus 110. Yep. So now we're trying to solve for x, so we're going to get x by itself. So we're going to subtract 400 degrees. So 4x equals 140 degrees. So then we're going to divide both sides by 4. So 140 divided by 4 is 35. So that means x equals 35 degrees, which means each one of these angles, these missing angles, each one is 70 degrees. All right, let's look at this next one, the green figure. So first, let's count up all the sides. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides. So it's a heptagon. So in our formula, we're going to do 7 minus 2 times 180. So 7 minus 2 is 5 times 180 is 900. So these angles should add up to 900 degrees. So go ahead, take a second, add up these angles. Subtract it from 900 and see what x is. So pause the video and do that, and then I'll give you the answer. Okay, here's the answer. So they should all add up to 900 degrees. The ones that it gives you, they add up to 778. So if you subtract that from 900, you should have gotten 122 as your angle degree. If you didn't, go back through, check your math again, make sure you know how to do it, and then move on. All right, so regular polygon. When you hear the word regular, most people think of normal. It's a normal polygon, just a regular old Joe. But actually regular, and when we're talking about geometry, has a very specific meaning. It means that all the sides and all the angles are the same. So a square is a regular quadrilateral because all the sides are the same and all the angles are the same. All the angles are 90 degrees. So a regular hexagon would mean that all the angles of that hexagon are the same amount and all the sides of that hexagon are the same length. So regular has a very specific meaning. So if we're looking at this word problem, I'll give you a second to read it. All right, so it says that we have a regular hexagon. So regular doesn't mean just your normal old hexagon. It means all the sides of that hexagon are the same length and all the angles of that hexagon are the same angle measure. And it wants us to not find the measure of all the angles added together. It wants us to find the measure of each angle of that hexagon. So let me draw a little hexagon. You can too in your notes. Mine doesn't look regular. I'm not very good at drawing on the fly. Maybe you can do a better job. But let's figure out what all the angles of this hexagon are going to add up to. So a hexagon has 6 sides. So 6 minus 2 times 180. So that was 4 times 180 is 720 degrees. I should have known that. So all 6 of these angles add up to 720 degrees. So if we want to find the angle measure of each one, since there are 6 of them, we're just going to take 720 and we're going to divide that by 6. So 720 divided by 6, let's see, we get 120. So that means that every single angle of a regular hexagon is 120 degrees. That doesn't mean every hexagon has all 120 degree angles. That means if it's a regular hexagon, all the angles are 120 degrees since they're even, or like the same, congruent. So let's practice that a bit more with 3 more shapes. So we're going to find the measure of each angle of a regular gon. And again, regular means all the angles are the same. So octagon has 8 sides. So using our formula, 8 minus 2 times 180, so 6 times 180. That means all the angles add up to 1080. But there are 8 angles. So if all of them add up to 1080 and there are 8 of them, that means each one is 135 degrees. All right, so decagon means 10 sides. Deca means 10. So we would take 10 minus 2 times 180. 10 minus 2 is 8 times 180 is 1440. So all the angles of a decagon add up to 1440 degrees. So if it's a regular decagon and all the angles are the same, that means we're just going to divide that by 10. Each angle must be 144 degrees if all of them are the same. Remember, not every time is it regular. A lot of times decagons, all the angles are different, but if they're the same, each one is 144. Now 18 gon, so that's 18 sides. We don't even have a name for that. So we would take 18 minus 2 times 180, so 16 times 180, oops. That's 2,880 degrees. So all the angle measures add up to this. So each one, we're going to divide that by 18. Each one must be 160 degrees since there are 18 angles that are all the same. The last thing we're going to talk about are exterior angles of a polygon. So exterior angles, just like with triangles, means if you extend one of the sides, it creates an exterior angle. And the cool rule is if you add all the exterior angles, ooh, that was bad, it's going to be 360 degrees. It's going to be 360 degrees if there are 4 sides. It's going to be 360 degrees if there are 3 sides. If there are 18 sides, 10 sides. So there's specific rules for the inside angles, but for the outside angles, the exterior angles, they all always add up to 360. So if you're looking for a missing one, all you would do is add up the ones it gives you. So 127 plus 50 plus 91. So those add up to 268 degrees. So if we take 360 minus 268, then that means this angle measure must be 92 degrees. And that's how we find a missing exterior angle. All right, so again, this has 3 sides, but it doesn't matter how many sides there are. The exterior angles always add up to 360. So this time we're missing z. So we're going to add up those 3 angles, 124 plus z plus 26 plus z. And we know they add up to 360. So now we're going to solve this equation. Oops, you can't see that. So we're going to combine like terms. 124 plus 26 is 150. Z plus z is 2z. And it equals 360 because the exterior angles always add up to 360. So if we're going to get z by itself, we're going to subtract 150